Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
My mother had all sorts of phrases she used to express herself frequently. I probably do too, though I don't realize it. One of her favorites was, "It never ceases to amaze me." She'd use it when we listened to the news and some politician had done something stupid, yet again. She'd use it when I'd forget to do something that she'd expressly told me to do, yet again. And she'd use it when my dad would fix something, yet again, that we would have had to pay hundreds of dollars for someone else to fix otherwise. It never ceases to amaze me. Some things in life just never can be looked on as normal. They're always amazing. In reading the beginning of Matthew 9, that phrase came to mind. Jesus never ceased to amaze people. Just when they thought that they knew what He was going to do, He did something different. Just when they thought that they had Him pegged, He said something unexpected. In Capernaum one day, as Jesus was teaching in a house, 4 men brought a paralytic to be healed. They'd heard Jesus could do it, and they had faith He would, but when they got there, they couldn't get in because of the crowd. Instead of waiting for Him to come out and possibly miss their chance, the men took their friend onto the roof and made a big hole and lowered him down. They interrupted everything Jesus was doing and made a huge mess in the process. But instead of Jesus being angry with them, or even just healing the man like they wanted, He did something completely unexpected that shocked everyone. He looked at the paralytic and knew that he was feeling unworthy. He and his friends had faith that Jesus could heal him, but he knew that he was a sinner, unworthy of healing. So Jesus addressed this first. He forgave the man's sins. He said, "Son, be of good cheer. Your sins are forgiven you." I'm convinced that that's exactly what the paralyzed man needed to hear. That's what we all need to hear from Jesus. So even among the crowd, Jesus was on a one-on-one personal basis with this man and addressed his heart. But like things that Jesus does in our lives, this wasn't just for the benefit of this one man. It was also for those who were watching and listening. Jesus knew just what they would think because in saying, "Your sins are forgiven," He was claiming to be God. Anyone else other than Jesus saying those words would be blasphemy, and that's exactly how the scribes in the crowd took it. That's when Jesus gave His first proof that He really was God. He read their minds. In verses 4 through 7, it says, Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said, "Why do you think evil in your hearts? For which is easier to say, 'Your sins are forgiven you,' or to say, 'Arise and walk'? But that you may know that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sins." Then He said to the paralytic, "Arise, take up your bed, and go to your house." And he arose and departed to his house. The healing of the man was just secondary proof. I imagine everyone stepped back and gave that paralytic man plenty of room to leave the house. The crowd was in awe. Verse 8 says, "Now when the multitude saw it, they marveled and glorified God who had given such power to men." Imagine his reunion with his 4 friends outside. Jesus never ceased to amaze people, and He still doesn't. When we come to Him, as the paralytic did, in humbleness, feeling unworthy because of sin in our lives, He not only forgives us, but He heals our heart and makes us His child. Just when we've prayed and don't see any change in a friend or family member, Jesus shows up and does something completely unexpected. When we're deep in some sort of difficulty and see no way out, Jesus shows up and gives us joy and walks through it with us. He never ceases to amaze me, and I hope He never ceases to amaze you either.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to share a treasure God has given you by doing an episode, please contact us. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you'll find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.